lovely to see you all again. And when I say see you, I know anyway. We're back. We've visited with Tara, we've visited with Quentin, we've visited with Claire, we've visited with Mari. Now, all four of them are currently, well, one of them's actually on her way here tonight, but currently planning, and they're arriving here in mid-September. The dates for the Gathering of the Eagles this fall is September 18th through the 22nd. You're welcome to come a day before or a day after. Just connect with Darlene on that stuff. And pretty excited. I read and did the proofread of the final chapters of The Gathering of the Eagles, lived and experienced by Menno Pauls. And if you're looking for a copy of that, just send me or Darlene a message and I'll hook you up with a link for that. But tonight, like we have been doing for many of the gatherings so far, is we like to have our dear friend Goldie join us and sing to us the Gathering of the Eagles song. So just give me a moment and we will go there. And that's not the way to do it. I apologize, guys. I had actually had this all set up to play. And yeah, here we go. Yes.
Kid in all of us, because we have actions if you wish to do them. So it's a little movement and a very simple song that will be a call response. And it's about eagles, and we are gathering as the eagles. So everyone, if you can stand, and we'll begin. Oh. Okay, so maybe roll your shoulders and just do a few breaths. And become the eagle. Drop the ego, become the eagle, and we're gonna fly. I'll say the first, you repeat after me. Fly like an eagle, fly like an eagle, soaring so high, soaring so high, circling the universe, circling the universe, on wings of pure love, on wings of pure love. Again, fly like an eagle, soaring so high, soaring so high, circling the universe, circling the universe, on wings of pure love, on wings of pure love. And fly like an eagle, fly like an eagle, soaring so high, soaring so high, circling the universe, circling the universe, on wings of pure love, on wings of pure love. One more time, fly like an eagle, fly like an eagle, soaring so high, soaring so high, circling the universe, circling the universe, on wings of pure love, on wings of pure love. Beautiful. Give yourself a large hug. Thank you.
Oh, I love that day, and I've watched that video so many times. It makes my heart sing and my soul fly. I love you so much, Goldie. Thank you for recording that with us. Anyway, guys, I'm not here by myself. Today I have my beautiful, darling co-facilitator and lovely life partner, Darlene Turner. And she's joined us from about 50 feet that way. But hey, I like my studio. So here we are. And I think we're, 3 weeks today?
We are, but just first I want to say this made me smile with Goldie bringing in that song. She had channeled that song before there was an Eagles gathering, and she has moved on to a higher realm and is no longer in this physical realm and a physical body. So it's just so beautiful to see her again and know she's flying up there in the universe with the eagles. Yeah. So yeah, we're 3 weeks. We're getting really excited. Everything's coming together, and we're just sort of organizing who's with who and what fits. So and how many spaces we need, and yeah, kind of thinking about what food. And we always get locally grown as much as we can, and organic as much as we can, and all good vibe feeling food. So, and then we have a chef that's helping to prepare everything. So, yay!
Yeah, it's very exciting to have help. So exciting to have help. We learned on the training ground, as it were, by actually doing it, and it is absolutely wonderful to have Kimberly as part of our crew this year. Is going to help us out with food, and we're going to prep a lot of it beforehand. So, you guys are going to be eating some lovely, lovely, lovely food that's just filled with good nutrition, and there will be choices available. So when you do join us, let us know when you're booking your time with Darlene. If you have some dietary restrictions, we'd like to make sure that we do that and observe that for you. Speaking of food, our local grower, gardener down the road, was just here the other day, and I think we're working out that she's going to be coming to the gathering, and we're going to be purchasing a bunch of her vegetables.
Well, I hope so. Anyway, I haven't broached it
Mhm.
with her, but there's so many local gardeners here. It's just amazing, this area. That's what everybody feels like to me, is conscious awareness, down to earth, wanting to grow food, simple life, but a very joyful life and a very community centered feeling in Ryandale, Crawford Bay, the whole area, not just on where we live. So I love it here, and I love that Minnows declares it's a pocket here. So it definitely feels like one.
It very much does. I just had Krista arrive, so letting you know. I'm actually going to be visiting Menno next week. He doesn't know it yet, but I'm planning to be out there next week. He and Sharon have been preparing a document for us to share at this gathering. He has been gracious enough to allow us to use this name and the idea and circle around his life that he's created there in that book for us, and he continues to bless us with many more updates and whatever he is brought told to bring forth, he has brought forth faithfully. If you are not a member of the Gathering of the Eagles Facebook group, again, reach out to myself or Darlene, uh, or search Friends of the Gathering of the Eagles on Facebook, and you can become part of that group. We're actually broadcasting live there right now. Where were we?
Well, since you're on the subject of minnows, let me tell you a little bit about how the Eagles Gathering started. It was back in, I guess, 2021 or 22. Do you remember which year? Not that it matters. But anyway, I went, we were living with Tyson Bennigan, and I went to him saying, you know what, I feel really called to gather people together and with the theme. And he said, oh, I've always wanted to do an Eagles gathering. And I hadn't read the PDF by that point, so I was like, "That sounds feels good, sounds good." So Michael actually, and he read it separate, and I read my part separate, but it was so impactful for us, like literally many tears, many truth bumps, and just that, yeah, this is it. This is what we're called to do. So that's what we did. We started, planning it, and Tyson Bennigan was very involved with just, holding that space on his website and all those things that we could bring it forward and people could download the PDF. And at some point, Minnows and Sharon both came to see us. And I think Tara was there, and we all were at Tyson's and had a wonderful afternoon visiting with them. And I think one of the big shares that Michael was alluding to was the level of trust and faith he walked, and um, following that guidance to a T, even though he had no idea where it was taking him, what was happening. And we're all asked now to do this. And I feel the theme of this Eagles gathering is walking fearlessly, knowing the universe has us. We have the support. We are held, and we can walk literally as invincible eagles, because as many of the stories in the book says, that the guy, people had experiences where everybody else died or would have died or whatever, and they have lived through amazing traumatic experiences. So that's where it's at, people. It's time to do this. It's time to walk this walk with trust and faith and fearlessly.
I completely agree. And ever since I reread the books, I read the book years ago. Tyson had actually handed it to me and says, "Hey, you should read this." And after meeting Menno and such, it was really awesome. But we had a revisit back after everybody kind of got sent home for a few years there, and it was really, really different rereading the book. And I don't even remember reading half of what was there, and it hit in a different way. And it really felt like it was time. It was time to let people know that it's okay. Yeah, it's time to gather, guys. Share what's going on. Share tools and experiences to help each other move through the times that are upon us. No fear. Don't bring your fear. And if you do have some fear, allow us to allay that now. This is not a fearful time. It's a very exciting time. And it's a time where humans begin to express in a way that is perhaps a lot more divine than it has been in the past.
And I'll add to that, because part of fear is lack, it's separation, feel like I don't have enough, I'm not supported. And this literally, the container we created, and this is pretty close to a private invitation, other than we're publicizing the interviews, is if spirit's calling you and you've read this book and you have the truth bumps, you have the tears, and what needs to happen is that you to say yes. And when you make that choice and say yes to the universe responds. But if you are in that, well, I don't know, and I don't have the money, and I don't have the time, and all these things, then nothing can respond to that. So I just want to make that clear. If you have the calling and you feel you're meant to be here, open your arms, say yes to the universe, hold your hands out and receive, because in whatever way, it's going to come to you.
Yeah, definitely. When I started my martial arts training, my first Sifu taught us that don't let the money hold you back. And if you have a really bad day and just don't want to come to class that day, that's the day you need to come to class. So if you're, like Darlene says, resonating with this, please find a way. Connect with us. Finances are never a reason for us to hold back on anything. And if you haven't read the book yet, for some reason you're seeing this video and it's like, what is this book they're talking about? And you're searching Amazon, can't find it. It's because it was only ever passed around as a printed or a PDF. I just recently finished, I haven't actually uploaded the last 2 chapters, but I finished the reading of the entire book, and we'll have those last 2 chapters up in a couple of days. So if you're not much for reading and you'd like to hear it, I'd be happy to give this to you and send you a link so you can download the whole thing. So let me know if that is something that you're looking for. Here we go. So as we mentioned, everybody's coming. We're booked up, or we're not fully booked up yet. So if you are looking to come and be a part of it, we have lots of room still to go.
And I want to just add, this is not like a huge gathering. We're looking at maybe 20 people, 20 to 50. Sometimes it's only 18. So it's very close, personal. Some of the friendships that have been built, if you looked at any of the testimonials there, it's a lifetime friendships, because when you come together as like-minded people, there's a resonance and a frequency happens and collaboration happens and things can move. So just know when you do come, it's a very family feels like family, and a lot of love.
There is a lot of love, and this land feels very, very peaceful. There is a mix of energies here, but I'm pretty sure you'll find what Menno has told us, that it is a powerful place to be, and a point that some refer to as a pocket. So come and experience a pocket in person. We'd love
And I want to add to that of not having to cancel anything was that we, unbeknownst to me, we just said, oh, there's some First Nation people coming and to gather some medicine on the land. And we're like, okay. And then they show up. There was a pipe ceremony, directions, prayers, clearing, all this stuff just happened. And we didn't plan any of it. So that's how life is rolling as an eagle. It's not about figuring it out, planning and all these things. It's like opening to receive what's already prepared for us. That's our new thing, because it's prepared. Spirit has organized it most beautifully, and we are now pairing with that and opening to the flow of it all. So that is actually now our life path, is to align with what's been prepared and align my energy with that, so that I'm not in my mind and trying to figure things out and putting all these roadblocks on things. It's just, like I said, saying yes, aligning with that, and we're good. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Darlene. I'm doing my best to align that. It's turned into a busy place around here. So we have to wrap this up.
Yeah.
This is what happens when you're flowing in community, guys. So anyway, if you have any questions, please send us an email. We've got it down there on the bottom right now, Darlene and Michael Turner at gmail.com. If you haven't read the book, you can get the audio book if you send me an email. If you go to the website, I have links to both the PDF and the website where you can just read it online if you'd like to do so. Yeah, and if this is a calling for you, reach out to us sooner than later, guys, because we are starting to see people filling into the spaces that we have allowed for. So let us know sooner or later, but don't let that hold you back. There's lots of space on the East Shore here in Ryandell. We'll find you a space.
Yeah, and I just wanted to talk a little bit. So just that, like Michael said, we don't have a tight schedule, but we do have things in place for certain days. So Thursday evening, people come and get settled and find their spots. We have dinner together, and then we do opening ceremony. And then Friday morning, well, first of all, we gather every morning about 10 o'clock to commune. So information comes through in dreams, visions, I don't know, many different ways. And so we always gather at around 10 o'clock, 9:30, 10 o'clock. We'll see how the flow goes. And those pieces are important because, like it said, we're each a piece of this puzzle coming together, and Spirit's utilizing each one of us in a different capacity for the information to fully come through to see the picture. So making that time to listen, to talk, and then Mari's going to lead us through a little bit of that sensuality, so that helps us actually embody more of our soul. And then Claire's doing constellation work, which is still a mystery because she will feel into the energy of us all, and we'll see what plays out. And then Friday evening, we are headed 5 minutes down the road is Kootenai Sound Healing, which is amazing gongs and bowls, and it's my favorite place. I go there a lot. And then Saturday will look a little bit like 10 o'clock meeting, and then with Quentin, we might break them up in a couple pieces because there's a lot of information that he has to share, and sometimes it's a lot to sit in one setting to do. So we'll kind of break that up, whether we do it Saturday morning and afternoon or a little bit on Sunday. We'll see how the flow goes. And then definitely later on Saturday will be Tara, and she'll lead us through a shaman drumming. And I encourage you all to bring drums as well. We're going to do a bonfire. Well, not huge fire, but a friendly fire with drumming, conversation, sounds, whatever we feel that's going to flow for us. And we might even get Quentin to do a little of his C5 stargazing. And then Sunday's it's a little flowy. Michael and I will do a little talking, and we'll see what Tara has. Maybe she'll do some more with us, and we'll see what's coming through, because that's why we left Sunday open, because whatever's coming through each of us, there may be something for us to do or work on, or with land or earth, or I don't know. It's unknown to me, but I'm coming to know is my new affirmation.
Yeah, I loved that first gathering. People would go up to Tyson and say, "So what are we doing now?" And he'd look around and go, "I don't know." What are we doing now?
Yeah.
And it just kind of flowed. And it's beautiful. We set the intention, we set the container, we bring all the people, and it comes about so well.
Well, spirit brings us the people, because
Yeah,
I
no,
keep
spirit brings us the people. We
bringing
put
that
it out
over.
there.
Yeah, because the old business training, well, you need to market and you need to do all these things. We do it differently, and it's actually done in ceremony and sending it out in the field of that magnetic pull of those meant to be there. So if you have that pull, reach out, talk to us, and we can see, how it can work for both of us and all of us.
Well, thank you, Darlene, for being with here today and being so divinely inspired to bring about these gatherings of the Eagles. And thank you, Michael, for doing all the technical support and your support in the creation. And thank you, Spirit and Menno and Tyson and everybody else that brought this story to life and allowed us to continue it on. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, I agree. And one big bonus is we have one big building to consider our kitchen, our eating area, and bathrooms and showers, which sometimes camping wise, we couldn't even offer that.
Mhm.
So this time it feels a little bit like luxury. And then we're going out to get a big tent. We always have, because ours mangled last year.
Yeah.
And that will be up the hill a little bit, so that we are actually away from the busyness that is around the main area. And we're up at the Eagles cabin, where there will be the big tent, and where we'll gather and commune and play out whatever's playing out. Because remember, people, this is play. It doesn't have to be hard, and it doesn't have to be effortful. It could be very easy and graceful and fun. I think that's what it's all about right now. The healing wheel is we've been looping on that one for a while, and now that's the message of this Eagles gathering. I think partially why we haven't had one for a few years was because we all needed to do our own personal work and bring ourselves to where we're at now, so that we can fully dive into our mission here on earth. Whatever that is, word wise, label wise, I don't mean whatever it is, and really step into that and have fun. It is really about lightening up and having fun, and holding that space of that, because believe me, God, spirit, universe is not down there in the pit with the suffering and the joy, the pain. It's more of a higher place to sit at. And peace is a big part of that, because we don't want to ride that roller coaster. Anyway, that's me.
And that is 23 minutes and 33 seconds long so far. So I think we'll release our viewers and refer to them a website and refer them to our email, and look very much forward to every one of you in person very, very soon. Yeah. And if you can't make it, join us in intention, join us in ceremony. We'll post what's happening when it's happening. And we look forward to feeling you here. If you can only be in spirit, great. And if you can be here in person, great too. Thank you so much for listening today. And we'll talk to you soon.
Bye, everyone.